Hello, my dear students. In this episode of In Conversation series, I am very happy to present to you a business achiever, a person who went after his calling of being an entrepreneur, setting things up himself, an engineer in electronics engineering, and a management graduate after that, and then almost immediately started off on the entrepreneurial venture. Currently, heading the company that he founded, Ixula, the company that has a revenue of 100 crores and is primarily in e-commerce area, which he will himself explain. Very pleased to present my friend and the founder and CEO of Ixula, Mr. Samarjeet Singh. Welcome, Samar, to this program.
Hi, Ajay. Pleasure to be talking to you. COVID has forced us to talk through video medium, but at least it's allowed us to talk. Very big hi and hugs to all the students. I love you all. It's so great that Ajay has given me this opportunity to speak with all of you.
Thank you, Samar. Students, just for your information, Samarjeet Singh is actually a teacher also, very popular teacher at IIT Bombay, KJ Somaya, and JBIMS institutes, these prestigious institutes in Bombay, where he conducts training programs for the students of these institutes. He will briefly get into that discussion when he is addressing you. So my first question to Samar would be, what has actually prompted you, an engineer and an MBA, to straight away get into entrepreneurship, or let us say, what was your calling?
Oh, interesting. So, Ajay, actually, right from childhood, I always found myself to be a little non-conformist in terms of, I always felt that I always wanted to express myself in the way I wanted to. And that is not easily accepted in our Indian culture. It has seriously changed. So I'm talking about, I did my schooling in the 80s and my college in the 90s. So everybody, the whole system somehow felt that, oh, it is limiting for me to express myself. And whether you can call it the structure of a school or structure of a college or the structure of an organization. So I always felt that I needed a complete blank canvas to express myself. So and the more I started discovering myself as I passed my teens, went to college, went to the B school, it started getting more and more clearer that I would need to pick up my own canvas and try to paint myself. And that became the reason. So it's a very, I would say it's a very inward calling. It's very, I would say, I felt, and I would say use the word felt because it was not proven at that time, that I could be, I should express myself and I would be better off trying to express myself, my ideas, my thoughts. So that was the first reason to potentially get to the path of entrepreneurship, because the assumption was that it will give me a canvas to paint my thoughts, my ideas. Though as we move on, I can tell you that it was not the same. as I started experiencing it, then I realized that the customers, the stakeholders, the employees, everybody needs to be taken care of, and you need to make sure that you change, you conform, because it is a far bigger responsibility. Maybe that's a separate subject. So my key reason was, I think the starting reason was that I get an opportunity to express the way I want.
All right. Thank you so much for that. I have a specific question to ask you, which will probably resonate with the students. You are addressing school students who are in the classes from 8th standard to 12th standard, who are just preparing themselves to get into the best of the professional colleges in the technology and the allied areas, and also the medicine side of it. So you had mentioned in one of the interviews, which I happened to see, that, you know, this is something that you need to live as a lifestyle, meaning you don't really get to make very quantum jumps. So sometimes I tell my students that, not sometimes, I tell my students that to do well in competitive examinations, you really need to really look at it very long term. So as I understand, you have also looked at this as a very long term. Can you draw some parallel here?
Sure. In fact, to me, Ajay, the entrepreneurship or anything, if students pick up to take medicine, or they pick up to do engineering or entrepreneurship in the future, the my understanding is that nothing comes quickly. First is that. So I don't know if everybody's heard of the 10,000 hours rule, where you need to focus on something. So whether it is entrepreneurship, or whether they're pursuing mathematics, or they're pursuing physics, or they're pursuing engineering, medicine, one thing I realized is that until unless you are deeply passionate, you're deeply liking what you're doing, that allows you to potentially take a journey of 10,000 hours. So my understanding is that you should take a subject which you like, study the stream which you like, or make a career like entrepreneurship or a lawyer or anything which you love. So based on my understanding is, if you love something or you're really passionate about it, then it is not work, right? Then you can do that day in, day out for very long period of time. So to me, to your question specifically on lifestyle, for me, entrepreneurship is a lifestyle, because entrepreneurship is about doing things which have not been done before. It's a path you don't know. For example, as a student, if you pass in 9th standard, you will go to 10th. If you pass in 10th standard, you will go to 11th. But as an entrepreneur, you do not know that would your company reach the next level next year, or the next level after next year. So you have to navigate that risk, live the life a little bit on the edge, and then push the envelope day after day after day after day after, and believe in the power of compounding, that it will finally, you will get there. So I have been, right from beginning, I've only had complete focus on making my career in internet. So I've spent all 23 years post passing from B school in internet, in various forms of, so either on the consumer side of the internet or on the services side of the internet. And I have really realized that the power of compounding only comes when you focus in one direction. So I think as students or as professionals, if we spend some time to figure out what is our passion, why do I like physics, why do I like mathematics, or why do I like engineering, why do I like entrepreneurship, then it is far more easier to spend that longer time, focus on it, let the cumulative value come and trigger and create value for you. So in fact, I always tell, because we must be addressing science students here, that always look at the compounding formula on your Excel sheet, or on your pen or paper, because that's how either a career value or a business value is created. So and for that to do something for very long, it needs to become a lifestyle. Otherwise, you will change it, and then the value gets destroyed as a professional or as a business.
Right. Thank you so much. Students, just a little bit of background on Samarjit's fantastic journey as an entrepreneur. After finishing his engineering and his management studies, he started a company. To cut the long story short, he sold that company to eBay, and he worked with eBay as part of an agreement, and came out of eBay, and then started another company, and that company was started from scratch, and that company is now having a revenue of 100 crores, employing 1,000 people, with offices in 3 continents. Samar will explain to you.
Okay, thanks, Ajay. Students, we started this company in 2007 and 8 beginning. So a quick career, I passed out, I was just 1 year senior to Ajay. I passed out in 97, and I started a first company called Taj Online. We sold it to Star TV in 2000. And 2001, 2001 and 2002 beginning, I became part of another company called Bazi. Bazi was sold to eBay in 2004, and I ran that business till 2007, and then started this company, Ixula. It was just me and no more. And then from there, we have now slowly, step by step, moved to 1,000 people, 100 crores, as Ajay has said. So I think, I don't know, whenever somebody asks me saying, what made you move in this direction? I think I just believed I wanted to do this. I kept on believing that, yes, bad days will pass, good days will come. And we were lucky that every time we focused our energies, the things kept on moving up. So that's how the journey has been completely entrepreneur, except for 2 years in eBay, where once Bazi was sold, we worked there. But it was fantastic journey to learn e-commerce. So I have spent all 23 years of my career in e-commerce, not doing anything else, or other on the consumer side of it, or on the business side of it. So I think this is what I was saying in the last question which you asked, saying how can you do something for very long? And I've realized an average person like me, if you do something for very long, you become an expert. So it is not necessary to be brilliant. It is also necessary to be good and doing something which you are passionate for a very long period of time, and the value accrues to you.
Excellent, excellent. So, students, you heard it from a professional. Please understand, he has spent a quarter century in this field, and now people hail him as an expert. A little bit of a backstory here. Samarjit's grandfather came to the present day India during partition from his hometown, which is now in Pakistan. And I remember reading about this, that his grandfather had to start absolutely afresh all over again. And Samarjit is the third generation of that grandfather. And he says that he has had no business experience at all. He hails from Bhopal, moved to Bombay, which is the business capital of the country, and has started off, and then now sitting very confidently and proudly at the helm of affairs of a 100 crore company with employing 1,000 people. So, Samar, can you give some specific hard-hitting advice to the youngsters of today who are just finishing school?
I think my most important advice for you is going to be that whenever I have spoken to students, I have seen that students are not clear about how to focus and why to focus in a space. So whenever I have counseled a student, I have realized that the understanding of a difference between what is to survive and what is to thrive is a difference which students need to understand. I don't know if I'm using complex word, Ajay, here, and please stop me, and we will make it more simpler for the kids. I have seen that if you are not making a career only to survive, when I'm saying, oh, I'll do this, then I'll get a job, and then I'll do this and all of that. So that's a survival career which takes you to it's an interesting journey, but it doesn't allow you to create a path of excellence. So my suggestion would be, and I'm going to the first suggestion, saying first figure out what do you like. You like physics, you like maths, you like engineering, you like medicine, you want to be a doctor, or you want to be a chef, or whatever, right? Once that is decided, then the focus completely comes in moderation. Then the focus has to be, no, it is not only for survival. I'm going to be the best in what I do, right? I will excel. If I'm really sharp, it is going to take me 5 years. If I'm not so sharp, it's going to take me 23 years like me, right? So that's how you need to decide, saying, but the advantage is that if you've chosen the path which you like and you can do for a very long period of time, finally the success is going to come to you. That I can guarantee you, right? There is no debate about it. So this first is decide what you like and you can do for long. Second is that focus on excelling there. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to not settle for something less than best. The third is to have patience, right? If you are getting there to be the best in 3 years, it's good. If you're getting there in 5 years, really good. If you're getting there in 23 years like me, I'm still okay about saying that. I can tell you now, I'm focusing on this business for another 15 years. I can tell you now. Because
Fantastic.
I know
Fantastic.
I'm going to focus on this, try to be the best possible on this one.
All right. I think students will clearly understand this language, Samar, because I always tell them long term, long term, long term. Nothing is going to happen in the short term. And my dear students, you just heard from a man who built a business from scratch, from zero, and now built it up to 100 crores in revenue, employing 1,000 people with offices in different cities across the world. Now, you really can't argue against those kind of numbers when somebody has put in a quarter of a century of work, and then he says he's so humble to say that he's an average person. All right, students, that was Samarjit Singh joining us from Mumbai, the founder and the CEO of Ixula. Thank you so much, Samar, for spending the time for our students.
Thanks, Ajay. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. Students, and you have a great, great future ahead of you. Just go and grab it and excel at it. Thank you.